joined by Noel Hatch, who is the mayor of Laguna Woods. Well, Noel, how are you doing? Nice to see you.
I am healthy and doing well. Thanks, Lisa.
Excellent, excellent. Well, good to hear. Well, lots been going on, and
Yeah.
boy, we haven't talked in a long time, so we thought we would get caught up with you on what's going on in the city. So why don't we talk a little bit about sort of where we are today here in this date and time.
That is always a good starting point, no question about it. There are a couple of three things that I would suggest. Initially, I wanted to mention to you, and I think you've covered this in the village quite well, and that's the census that is rapidly upon us in the fall of the year. If we haven't registered our homeowners and our residents here, we will be contacted by a door knock, and the census workers will come around. It is possible for us to, if we haven't filled out the questionnaire, to do so by phone or online. We have had a 79% response in the city, which is 11th highest in California and the first highest in Orange County. So we would encourage all of us to register. It's important because federal funding comes by the vote count or by the resident counts. We have 16,400 people from the last census living in the city. We have at least 18,000 that are in the village alone. So let's get on that. That's item number one. Secondly, as I look at the city services that are being offered, we're in good shape. We're okay. And that includes fire, law enforcement, waste. The building permit process is being modernized, and you can do that online now. And so those, and the roads are all in very good shape throughout the city. And then two other quickies. One, the senior mobility program is still in effect. That's where you can buy taxi vouchers or travel vouchers that will take you on medical trips, on non-emergency, get you to the train station and other places around town. You save 30 to 80%. I think we have a slide on that. Finally, the free notary services, which we offer. One of the things that used to gripe me as a practicing attorney is that if I ever wanted something notarized, I had to go find a notary and then pay for the privilege of having something notarized. Now we do that in the city for free. So that brings you up to date on the services, I think. One additional item, which is new and which you'll want to probably visit about periodically in the show, and that is the Small Business Grant Relief Program. It's a federal program under the CARES Act, and it has allocated about $15 million to South Orange County. And that $15 million will be divided into $10,000 increments that will be available for small businesses to compensate them in some fashion through their business losses as a result of COVID-19.
Okay.
These are not COVID expenses, but business losses like rent, employees' salaries, things like that. There is a very short time frame by which you have to get your application in, and that window is from June 19th to 5 p.m. on June 23rd. So 5 days there. The city is going around to the businesses. We have gone around once. We'll continue to go around to encourage people and to acquaint them with what they need to do. You can call City Hall if you need information, or you can look on Lisa Bartlett, our supervisor's website, and that'll give you information.
Okay.
So that brings you up to date on that.
Well, that's great. Well, I announced today on our program, and we have various times, is we generally tell people about what is reopened here in the community. So a lot of restaurants are reopened, and looks as though they're following a particular type of practice to make sure everybody is safe. Give me an update on just businesses overall. Do you have a sense that the majority of them are all coming back? Are there some that might not?
I have received word that, for example, the Laguna Cafe, which is a small business in the Willow Tree Center, they have opened now. So I think Jersey Mike's has been open, but for takeout. But yes, they are. And Olive Garden has opened again now for sit down, or a major restaurant in the village. And some people I know have gone there to eat, and they are very strictly enforcing the social distancing and that sort of thing. And she said it was delightful to be back to eating out. And so I think other businesses have remained open. Certainly all the markets, Aldi's and the brand names have all stayed open. We had one go out of business in the Mother's Market shopping center. It was the shoe store there, and they closed their business, presumably because of COVID. So we're encouraged on that, and that raised a problem apparently in your meeting with the medical professionals the other day that you had about the wearing of masks and that sort of thing. So I think they're all very conscious of that, the other cities as well.
That's great. That's great. Well, that's good to know, because I know there was concern about maybe businesses that would go under and they wouldn't be able to come back. And obviously people would be losing their jobs. So that's nice to know that people are going to get back to work as soon as possible. So that's wonderful to hear. Let's talk about, are there any other COVID-19 impacts that you would like to talk about that's happening in the city?
Well, I have been amazed by the response of the residents of this community. In some respects, this pandemic has been a blessing because we have met neighbors. People walk now that I have never seen before. And we are very conscious. Certainly the Ayers Hotel situation, where we had the lawsuit filed and the drive around with the honking of the horns and that sort of thing, had negative reactions. We made an editorial page in the New York Times referring to us as NIMBYs and that sort of thing. And yet there was a very positive outcome, I think, from that. So I think that the community is drawn together in many ways and are sharing a common enemy, if you will. And it has been a positive thing in that regard. And I think, above all, our community has been very faithful to the face coverings and the distancing. Very, very faithful on that.
Yeah, and our numbers, as we report regularly, are very low.
Yeah.
And if we creep up, it's very small increments. So, I mean, like you said, 18,000 plus residents here, and we're looking at about, anywhere from 10 to 13 cases. And
Yeah.
that will change over time, but nonetheless, we're still looking very low compared to many other cities. So you're absolutely right. Everybody's been doing a fantastic job. So,
and I think the county also is now going to separate extended care facilities from the city account, which is also possibly that not all of those 12 came from the village, either in deaths or in those, certainly in deaths. So that will also be helpful.
Oh, absolutely, because Laguna Woods as a whole, that's where they're getting those numbers from. But we don't know, like you said, if they are in the village or not. So that's really a good thing, because across the country, we're seeing many of those deaths from the nursing homes, for sure.
Yes, yeah. And unfortunately, there's a little spike right now, both in deaths and in cases. So hopefully that will not materially make any difference on the opening.
Exactly. And then we touched a little bit about financials here in the community, people coming back to business. But overall, would you say financials look pretty good in Laguna Woods?
Yes. Chris and I have talked a number of times in the last, Chris being our manager, and of what the situation is right now. We had a general fund balance after adjustments that we will make on Wednesday's meeting. Our general fund balance will be about $5.7 million. And the special funds balances will bring that total up to about $9 million that we have. I was talking to the mayor of the city of medium size up in Northern County, and he said we started with a $5 million surplus in our general fund, and we'll end up with a $20 million deficit for budget purposes. Our budgeting right now, we have a balanced budget. We've assumed there'll be property taxes about the same. We'll have a reduction in sales taxes of about 8%, reduction in the bed tax from the Ayers Hotel of about 50%. Maybe we can talk about the Ayers Hotel in a minute or so. I don't know how much time you have. But anyway, we will end up on our profit and loss statement, our income statement for 2021 with just over 5.73 million in income, down from about 6 million. So I said, Chris, today, when I talked to you, Lisa, can I say we're in good shape? And he said, yes, you can.
Well, that's good because you're probably in better shape than most cities right now.
We really are. They are hurting. There are many. The county will lose their $122 million general fund budget as a result of this thing. And I mean, everybody is hurting. So we are an island in many ways.
Exactly.
Which is nice.
Well, yes, good to know for sure. I really appreciate that. Let's take a look at, the road ahead. What are we looking at for the future? I mean, obviously we're reopening, but we can't stop there. We have to look even further than that. So what are some of the things that you're thinking about for next time?
Let me just mention that I think the thing that I would like to see happen, we have what I call some of the big hitters, the national brands or brands that are very well known and highly regarded here in Southern California or statewide. We have Home Depot, the Dollar Tree, Stater Brothers, Aldi's, Mother's Market, CVS, Rite Aid, Starbucks now, Olive Garden, and the Ayers Hotel are the big hitters right now in the community. And then you combine those with some of the smaller units that are franchisees of big brands and some of the mom and pops, which we have a number of them. And that creates in our community, I think, very small community. We are the third or fourth smallest city in Orange County out of about 40 cities and unincorporated. And yet we have a vibrancy here, not only through the offerings that we have in the business world, but in the village itself, and that symbiotic relationship that the city has with the village creates a synergy there that I don't think any other city in Orange County has, with all that the village offers and with our own city that we can offer. So anyway, you combine all of those, and I think the future looks good. I would like, I don't know, how much time do we have?
You have a few minutes, so you're okay.
All right, I'll tell you, when you stop smiling, I'll know my time has run out, okay? Okay, all right.
I'll give you a wrap up sign.
Okay, do something, then I can sit back and relax.
Okay.
When the battle lines were drawn on the Ayers Hotel, you remember that?
Oh yeah.
And we did the drive around, which really was the final thing that ended that. I walked over to the Ayers Hotel the other day. They are open for business again. They produce $450,000 in income for us through the occupancy tax. And I thought, when that first started, I said to myself, I'm never going into the Ayers Hotel again. I'm so upset with them. And so I walked in. There's a new manager, a new assistant manager, young. They haven't ever been there before. They gave me a list of all the things that they are doing to maintain the integrity of this COVID problem. Okay, they were excited to be there as a part of this community. And I thought to myself, wouldn't it be great if we had a grand opening again for all of the businesses that have been closed here, and we greet them again.
Let's talk about some of your projects you have coming down the pike.
All right, the dreams we have.
The dreams, yes.
All right, here they are. One is the new public library, and you got a couple of slides on that. I don't want anybody to be concerned about the fact that it looks like on the slides that the library will be a railroad car box. you know, there will be some nice features on the roof and things like that. But that is an exciting project for us, I think. And we expect that to be a fall start and a spring 2021 finish. And that will offer some great stuff. So because of time, I won't go into that. Then the Willow Tree Shopping Center, I have heard, and I hope this is true, that there will be design sections in there that will offer food service enterprises. And that I think we need very much in this community. We are tough on restaurants in the town center, but that will be that. And then finally, I want you to do this, and I want you to make sure everybody in the community does this, because go on site, Google these words: Smart Park, Laguna Woods, California. Okay, SAM, Smart Park, PARKE, and you will see 3 photos of the new facility that will open up, sort of the Marriott Hotel for dogs, and that is going to be in the facility, the old Office Depot next door to Home Depot. And the sign is out on the building, and you'll get an inside look and an outside look. It's fun, okay?
Oh, that's great.
You'll see that and wish you were a dog.
I love it.
All right, secondly, okay, Google Car Mart, CARTMART. Google that, and you'll see shot after shot, run down, look at them all, about a new business that is opening next door to the Olive Garden empty building. And you can drive by and see their sign there. That will sell new golf carts, custom made golf carts. And we are a community of golf carts. You didn't know Denny Welch, did you?
No.
Have you ever heard that name?
I have not. Sorry.
Check it out with Ken and others. Denny Welch was a very active resident here. She's now deceased. She drove around in a pink golf cart,
Oh, gosh.
which everyone knew that golf cart. This Cart Mart place will create golf carts like that. And they have other stores or other facilities, San Marcos and other places.
Mm-hmm.
So this is exciting. They will open up, I guess, probably sometime before the end of the year.
You know, that's great. They were located somewhere else, and so now they're moving closer.
San Marcos. I don't know whether they're closing that. This facility, I think, is smaller than what they've had, so it may be a second one. But
Mm-hmm.
what a relationship here between Laguna Woods Village and a golf cart. That's good, huh, Lise?
That's a good one. That's a good one. Excellent. Well, I love all these ideas. Everything is really coming together, and the residents are very excited about getting back out there. That's for sure. Baby steps for all of us, but you're doing a great job. So thank you so much for the
All right, I want one more thing.
Okay, one more thing.
All right. My feeling about the city and the village right now is best expressed by the third movement of Mozart's 21st Piano Concerto. You got that?
I got it.
So go listen to it, and that's how I see the city and the village, okay?
All right. Thank you so much. Have a great day.
Bye-bye.
Bye. And we'll be right back after this.